Hey guys, Brave Dave here, and today I'm going to show you how to repair the rear view mirror in your car or truck. A lot of people overlook the importance of a rear view mirror, but let me tell you, if you don't have one, it can be a serious safety concern. A rear view mirror is used in all sorts of situations. For example, backing up, for seeing other cars you just passed on the highway, or for being able to see emergency vehicles coming up behind you who are trying to pull you over. Your rear view mirror works by using a smooth surface to reflect light, called specular reflection. When you look in the mirror, you see a reflected duplication of the objects that are behind you, even though they are reversed in the direction perpendicular to the mirror's surface. That's why it's called a mirror image. Now this is an easy fix. Don't be intimidated by how difficult it might look. This whole job should take you no more than 2 to 3 hours at the most. And the best part is, the tools and parts that you need to use will cost under $100. This job will work on most vehicles and can be done in your own driveway. Let me show you what you're going to need. It's super basic. So you're going to need some epoxy, an old piece of wood, a plain old nail, some of your favorite glass cleaner, a microfiber towel. You're going to need a multimeter as well. Some plain old painter's tape. You'll need some isopropyl alcohol and a paper towel and some common tools. As a level, you'll need a level and a broken rubber hammer and a hair dryer. And one of the most important things you're going to want to do is write out a plan of how you're going to proceed with all the steps clearly laid out in order. As you can see, I've already done this here. We're going to be referring to that. As always, I'm going to link this stuff in the description so you can easily find it. If you see something you want to use, it'll be linked below. As always, put on your safety glasses before we begin. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is figure out exactly where the rear view mirror needs to be reinstalled. Now, I spoke to the owner of this car and he wants the rear view mirror to be installed in the same place it was before it broke off, in the interior of the car, which is the typical place to put it. And to find that spot is pretty easy. You just have to look on the windshield, somewhere in the center near the top, and boom! There it is. That's where we want to reinstall the rear view mirror. And I like to put a piece of tape here so that I remember exactly where to put it. Like that. Now before we do anything, we need to make sure that we eliminate the potential for electric shock. And in order to do that, you will need to find the fuse box. In this case, it's right here under the front hood. Here, let me show you. And here you can see it plain as day. You can see all the colored fuses. That means you're in the right place. All you have to do is locate the red fuse with the number 10 on it. Yes, there it is, right there. So we just take out this pair of tweezers, grab the fuse at the top and pull straight out, and there you go. Now set that one aside. We don't want to lose that. We're going to have to reinstall it later. I'm just going to put it right here. And just to make sure we're going to be safe, grab a multimeter. I'm just going to put this one right here. And you're going to want to turn this to 500 DC volts, just like that. 450 is the most we're going to see, so that's perfect. Now you're going to want to find some bare metal somewhere on the car. This is bare metal. We're going to take our black probe. That's the ground. We're going to hold that against the bare metal. And with the other probe, the red probe, you're going to want to put that right in the middle of your broken rear view mirror mount, just like that. Perfect. As you can see, we have 0, 0, 0. That's absolutely perfect. That's what we want to see. That means this car is perfectly safe to work on. And if you think about it, that makes a lot of sense. There are no wires here joining up to the rear view mirror mount, and glass is a poor conductor of electricity. So we are ready to move on to the next step. Now before we try to reattach the rear view mirror, it's very important to get isopropyl alcohol and clean the surfaces that are to be mated. If you don't clean the surface, the mirror will not stick and you will have to start all over again. So don't skip this step. And now would be a good time to review your plan. Yep, right on track.
What we're going to do now is mix the epoxy. Get your piece of scrap wood, make sure it's relatively clean, and put a dime-sized ball from each tube close together and start mixing them right away with your nail. There's a chemical reaction that will make a very strong bond, but you only have a few minutes to work with it. And just be aware that if your rearview mirror is made of rubber or canvas, this product will not work well. So just keep mixing until it looks like this, and then just put a couple of dabs on here and here, and push the two surfaces together. Grab your broken rubber hammer and give the mirror a couple of taps just to set the two pieces in place. Not too hard, you're not going to want to break the glass. Then grab your heat gun and give it a 3-second blast. You don't want to do more than that, as the hot air can melt the windshield. Perfect!
Now at this point, if you have a friend who can help you out and hold this on here for 3 to 4 hours until the epoxy sets completely, that would be great. I'm just going to hold this on here myself. And with the magic of editing, boom, there we go. Amazing! It looks like it had never been broken in the first place. And we are almost done. Just a couple more easy steps. Go ahead, sit in the driver's seat, take your level, and hold it against the bottom of the rear view mirror. Most mirrors are manually adjustable, so just twist back and forth like this until the bubble and the level remain stationary between the two lines. Now this may take some time, because you need to be able to use the reflective surface of the mirror to see out of the rear of the car, but just take your time and be patient. You'll be glad you did. Just like that. Perfect. And there's just one more thing to do. Grab your glass cleaner and your microfiber cloth and give your newly repaired rear view mirror a good clean. Left to right, never up and down. You don't want to do up and down. Left and right will improve your longitudinal visibility. And don't forget to replace the fuse. And with that, we are done. And what a difference. It's so nice to be able to do something like this and get results like this. It's just so rewarding.
And would you just look at that? What a difference. That is amazing. Here's the before and after. Before, after. Before, after. Before, after. Before, after. Before, after.
As always, I hope this video is helpful, and remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, consider hitting that subscribe button. And as always, all the tools and products I used in this video are linked in the description below. Stay tuned.